Breezing Through, and I'm Emily. So you may have noticed that it has been a few weeks since I did a post. I had one of my team members do a blog post, and then I kind of just skipped a few weeks of YouTube videos. I'll be honest, I have not been feeling well. I've been having some health issues. That's about all I'm going to tell you. I'm not pregnant, but I've been having some health issues for the last few months, and I've been working on figuring out what's going on. I don't really want to go into a ton of detail because I know the internet loves to play doctor, and I don't have a whole lot of interest in that. So just know I am investigating. I'm working on trying to find out what's going on. I'm okay. There's nothing life-threatening happening. I'm just not myself, and I don't feel good, and I'm really tired all the time. But one of the things that I decided in the last week or so is I'm sick of feeling like this, and I'm sick of not doing the stuff I love, and creating and building are things that I love. And so I'm trying really hard to get back into the swing of things and doing the stuff that I love doing. It'll be slower. I mean, I feel like I started to slow down at the end of last year anyway. I don't know if anybody noticed. I noticed. But things just won't go at the pace that I'm used to, and probably you all are used to. But I'm hoping that I'll at least get back into doing the things that I love so I can find the joy again that I've taken out of doing the projects that I've been doing for so long now. So let's get into what I'm going to be doing this week. Taking it slow, like I said, I'm just doing things as I feel up to them. But something that I've been working on and I've gotten into lately, are these pipe cleaner flowers. And since it's spring, I thought I would walk you through some of my favorites. These are just a few. I'm going to walk you through a bunch of them. They're just really fun to do. They're super simple to do while laying on the couch and not feeling great. I have ones that I definitely love over others, like these. These are darling. I love these. We're gonna make a whole bouquet of these. Let's get started, and I'm gonna show you how to make some. So first I had to buy a bunch of pipe cleaners, and I had to get these off of Amazon because I tried to get them in local stores and they were really hard to find. Now I'm gonna do that rose that had that gradient color to it. Let's start off with full length pipe cleaners. I need 2 green ones, 3 of the lightest color, 3 of the medium color, and 2 of the darker color. And I'm gonna fold all of those in half and then cut them in half where I folded them. And when you fold all of these, you're actually gonna be able to get 2 flowers out of all these pipe cleaners, because you only need half of each pipe cleaner per flower. That makes sense. You can see how I'm doing it here, where I sort them again, where I get 3 of the lightest color, 3 of the medium color, and 2 of the darkest color. And you can see I'm going to get 4 flowers out of that set of pipe cleaners I started off with. Now I take a bunch of them and I line them up lightest to darkest, and I take the end of one of the darker ones and I wrap it around the middle of all of these pipe cleaners, kind of folding it in half. And then I'm going to take the end of one of the medium shades of these pipe cleaners and I'm going to twist that and that middle dark piece together, kind of making a stem at the bottom. Those aren't going to be used for anything else other than to create this stem. Once that's done, I then start separating all of the colors. So I pull all of the colors except for the lightest ones to the center, and then the lightest ones I pull down so they're sticking out they look like an octopus. And then I start rolling the ends of the lightest pipe cleaners in onto each other. So I'm kind of making a really, really tight spiral. It's going to look like a circle. And I'm going to do that to every single one of these light ones. So there'll be 6 of these, and these create the outer petals for this flower. Now that that's done, I'm going to repeat and do the exact same thing with the medium color of these pipe cleaners. I'm going to do it all the way around, make sure it goes all the way around the center and that everything's distributed evenly. There will be 5 of these. And then lastly, I will do the darkest color in the middle, and there will be 3 of these. Once that's done, everything's going to kind of be spread out, but then I squish it all together in the middle. It is going to look squished, but trust me, it looks better at the end that way. Now we want the flower to look really good from every angle. So we're going to take the green pipe cleaners and make a loop and twist it, make a second loop, twist that to the first loop, make a third loop, and then I like to bring it around and tuck it through the middle and bring it through the other side, and that creates part of a stem. And you need 2 pipe cleaners for this because you need 2 of them to cover the entire bottom of the flower. Then I took both of those green stem pieces, put them flat side to flat side on the underneath side of the flower, and then twisted them around each other and around that stem I made at the beginning. This pulls everything together, makes it look really, really nice. Not done with that yet though. But of course, I'm still not finished yet. So I need to attach a piece of floral wire, which is going to give it a full length stem so I can put it in a vase or another floral arrangement. And I'm going to use floral tape to wrap the flower to this stem. What's really nice about this specific flower is it does not require any hot glue, unlike the other 2 flowers that I'm going to show you. So it's mess free. You're not going to burn yourself. A kid can do it easily. It's a really, really pretty fun flower to do. All right, this next one and the one after are both going to require hot glue, so keep that in mind. This is kind of like a puffy cloud-like flower. I can't find the name for it, but I liked making this one. So I took one full-length orange pipe cleaner, folded it into halves, cut it, and then folded that in half again. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did before to make a center and spin end in to make a little circle. And now for the petals, I'm going to take one full-length pipe cleaner and leaving a like 3 or 4 inch tail on the end, I'm going to wrap it around a pen 5 times. Then I'm going to take the shorter end and the longer end, twist them together, take it off the pen, pull the longer tail through the center of these loops, and then twist the longer tail and the shorter tail together. Hopefully that makes sense, but this will give you a nice sturdy petal. You're gonna need 5 of those in each color for whatever color you're using for this flower. I did a pink version and a white version. Whenever I do flowers like this, I really like to make multiple colors because I feel like it just makes things more dimensional and just makes things prettier. But you can always do things in one color. I really had only seen these in white, but I actually really like them in the dark pink. I think it's pretty. Now let's assemble one of these flowers. So I'm going to take the tail end of one of those petals and put hot glue on it. And then I'm going to place a piece of floral wire on that petal where the hot glue is. Let that dry for a second and then repeat with the next petal. And I'm just gonna do that all the way around. And this is where you need all 5 of these petals. And 5 is really what you want because a flower like this, especially when you're making it by hand, you want it to be an odd number of petals. It just looks better that way. I did discover that it is really important to give the hot glue time to cool between placing each petal. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a mess of petals that won't stay and keep falling. Just be patient. Give them a second, let it cool before you place the next petal. Once the petals are fully cooled, then it's time to take that little centerpiece, and I just put some hot glue in the middle, in that little indent, and then placed the center. And then I let everything cool completely. I give it a good solid 5 minutes and then separate the petals a little bit. And I ended up with these really cute, fluffy, cloud-like looking flowers. The last one we're gonna do today is the Gerber daisies. So you wanna take one solid orange pipe cleaner for the center and do the thing where you roll it in from one end to make a nice little circle. You're gonna use the whole pipe cleaner for this. Now for the top part of it, you're gonna take a piece of floral wire and wrap a white pipe cleaner around it, nice and tight. Keep scrunching it up against each other so that it's really, really tight. Take it off the floral wire, twist the 2 ends together, and then hot glue that circle on top of the orange circle that you made. And that's your whole center. Now to make a petal, I'm gonna take a full pipe cleaner, fold it in half, clip it, and then I'm gonna take that half, fold it in half again, bring one end into the center and twist it into a loop, bring the other end into the center, twist it into a loop, and then bend the very end of it. That's going to get you a double petal. For each of these Gerber daisies, I used between 18 and 20 of these double petals. Just depended on the size of the center. It varied. In addition to the petals, I used 2 green pipe cleaners and did the leafy stem bottoms that I did in the very first one of these flower videos that I'm going to put on the back of this when I'm done. So in order to assemble this Gerber daisy, gotta make sure the center is facing up. Put glue on the bent part of each of the double petals and glue it to the side of that center. Because it has 2 layers of pipe cleaners, it's tall enough to handle this kind of angle for the pipe cleaner, and it looks really cool. Make sure after you've done that, you let the hot glue cool. You want it to be fully cool before you start doing the backside. This is where it really turns into a Gerber daisy. So once the hot glue was dry, I then did a second row of the double petals, and I used one more set of petals than I did for the first row. So for example, I used 8 on one flower, and then on the back I used 9 on the second row, if that makes sense. And I just did this all the way around, making sure there wasn't space between flowers, and if there was a little bit of space left, I squeezed in an extra set. And again, once the hot glue was dry, I then put the stem pieces on the back. I just put glue directly on the leaves for this, and then I took a piece of floral wire, put hot glue on that, and put it between those two stem pieces. I then wrapped the stem pieces around the floral wire, wrapped floral tape around those, and I have finished Gerber daisies. So there you go. These are so fun. I think they're just a fun way to add something to your home, and I'm big on reusing things. Like a lot of people, but especially women, I do love fresh flowers, but my biggest gripe with them is they die. And well, as my husband says, I'm great at a lot of things. I am not great at keeping plants alive. And so having actual live flowers in our home, whether they're growing outside in the yard or they're in the house, I'm not likely to keep them alive very long. So having stuff that looks pretty, that I can maybe add to one of my other flower arrangements that, maybe my mom has made for me, that's something that I like to do because they stay nice and they're not gonna, disappear or die or anything. So actually, that doesn't look terrible. I don't hate it. I'm sure Paris would have a lot to say about it. But anyway, so hopefully this helps you with some of your crafting and creating this spring. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you can see more like it in your feed, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.